Welcome to Toy Hill Studio. My name is Kendall Kessler. I'm going to do one more water media painting on a strange surface. This time I'm just using a paper towel, and I actually stretched it. I didn't think that would happen. What I mean is I got the paper wet with masking tape around it so that it would buckle all over the place and then stretch out, and then maybe not buckle as I paint it today. I kind of doubt that's going to happen. These are fun. I'm really having a good time doing these. And this time I'm doing a really strange thing. I'm actually going to try to paint something on the paper towel and not an abstract. Don't think I'm going to get very far with it. It would be really nice if I could actually make contours where, you know, there's rounded areas and not flat. But I think this is going to be a really wild flat cat. But anyway, I'm going to really use very, very thin paint, and it's going to really sink in to the paper towel and probably not be able to do much with it. I thought I'd start with some like warm colors on the areas that I want to come forward and cool colors on the outer areas. But who knows? This is going to be wild. Now look, it is buckling. I knew. I thought that was just, I don't see how I could possibly stretch a paper towel. But I thought, why not? These are really fun. I like to really experiment on YouTube. Get a nice red nose right through there. And cats are fascinating. I'm surprised it's not messing up a whole lot more. They really are fascinating. I will never forget, long time ago, when my husband and I were married and we were on our honeymoon, he, at a restaurant, bit into a soft piece of ham. His tooth exploded. A filling over a cavity just broke down and exploded, and he was in horrible pain. Why we didn't just go find an emergency room right there, I don't know. That was kind of stupid. But what we did is we drove home. We were at the beach, and we drove home to my house, which was 3 hours away, and he was in considerable pain, but he is really tough. He wasn't even hardly complaining. And we got there, and we got my dentist, great dentist, in on the 4th of July, which was also my dentist's birthday. Oh God, what are we doing to this poor man? I wonder how many times he has to go in on his birthday for an emergency. So we got in there and found out his tooth exploded. He fixed that, and then he looked at his whole mouth and found out that he had 4 impacted wisdom teeth, and he was going to have root canals. My dentist looked at me and said, "Didn't you check this guy's teeth before you married him?" No, actually I didn't. So we went home to our apartment, and he was in a lot of pain, but, you know, of course, a lot better now. And he had to have all those root canals. Okay, now you're wondering why where the cat comes in. Okay, a friend of his asked us to watch his house, and he had cats that were not allowed to go outside. They're only indoors. And wanted us to stay over and watch his house while he went on a trip. And, you know, thought, well, why not? Help him out. Went there, and he had a bunch of Siamese cats. They're really nice cats, really sweet cats. And I've read somewhere that cats really have the same emotions we do, and I believe it, because my husband was lying down with his swollen face, and one of the cats came up and took its paw and rubbed right where the swollen part was. Thought, wow, that is so sweet. That cat knew. God, look at it buckle. I knew it was going to buckle. I was hoping I could do more, but, you know, I thought, come on, it's paper towel. But it's fun. It's fun to try different things. And this is the last time. And see, there's a nice texture, and that was the whole point, to combine water media with a really different type of texture. So probably not going to be able to do a lot. But now it's also going to dry very quickly, so I'm going to keep going. Anyway, those are really sweet cats. And I believe what I read, that cats just pretty much have the same emotions we do and react the same way we do. I don't know if all animals do, but I believe for cats, after seeing that, it was so sweet to see that cat put its paw on my husband's swollen face and looking sad. Oh boy, look at the buckle. Yeah, like I'm really going to be able to do anything this with. That's why I did the magic marker first, because I thought, well, you know, probably just going to go all over the place, and it might be a nice texture, but I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot with it. Now I might take a smaller brush, and since it's probably already drying pretty much, and see if I can do a little more. But this is the last one. I'm going to do something else. I think I want to get back to my Skyline Beauty series. People really like those, where I do really abstract, inventive things on different city skylines. And I only did 2 of St. Louis, so I was thinking I might do one more. I love that arch. That's so fascinating. Well, let's see. Maybe I can get some paint a little thicker and do some of the whiskers, kind of. Yeah, not going to be able to do much. So, anybody trying something like this? Now we know. Yeah, you can stretch the paper towel, but it ain't going to stay stretched. It's just going to buckle up again. But nice to have different things in my portfolio. I don't have a lot of cats. I have a number of abstract ones, and I did one that was very representational in acrylics, which was kind of strange since my medium is oils. But I did a very representational one in acrylics that a lady bought and liked very much. And then there's one kind of cowering, or you know, the way they kind of curve and cower down. Not scared or anything, but just kind of leaning over. Really like that one. And lots of different colors, very complicated painting. Let's see. Oh, I think I have a close-up one in kind of bluish tones. I have so many paintings. I know you're probably thinking, how come you can't remember all your paintings? Well, you know, I have over 1,000 listings on my website. And even though they're all important to me and I've all worked very hard on them, sometimes I do have to think, now what have I got there? And sometimes I have to think about titles too. Like, oh, and what is that one title? That's a little embarrassing. But what? Okay, now, all right. Okay, I'm able to do a little more. I'm able to use the yellow fairly thick, and it doesn't move around. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Well, I didn't think I was going to be doing much once it started buckling all over the place. But that's kind of cool. I like that, especially in the dark areas. Yeah, I got some blue violet out this time, which a very dark blue violet, which I don't usually use, but I thought I might need that. And I'm glad I did, because then I can make these areas come out more. I might use a little more of that right now too. They've only gone 7 minutes. I had a feeling this was going to be a pretty quick one, because I would not be able to do that much with it. But fun trying. Still would really like to kind of get some whiskers here. Well, see, I'm having to go into gullies to try to get it. I really like, though, the way the texture is coming through. You can see that, all those little dots and things coming through, making interesting patterns on the cat's face. Alright, I'm going to do a little more and see what happens. I really am having success with getting the yellow to actually do something and stay on top, because it's pretty thick. And maybe I can pull the nose out a little more so it comes forward more. You know, like I said at the beginning, I would like to really try to get the contours, but I knew that was going to be a bit much to ask to be able to do that as the paper towel messes around, and it really is. But I can use the color. You know, warm colors tend to go forward and cool colors recede, but not always. Any good artist can reverse that. Oh, cool. Well, I'm really surprised. I didn't think I was going to be able to get this much. Now that yellow at the bottom to me is sticking out a little too much, so I might go with some green. But I'm getting it a whole lot more complicated than I thought I would be able to. But the paper towel sure is cooperating. Not something that you would expect to cooperate doing a painting like this, but it's really doing some interesting things. See, I didn't really have got any of my blue in there, and it's dry enough now where it can really stand out. Well, that's one wildcat. Okay, I want to get some more blue. I'm going to get the other brush back and do that at the bottom. Then I might just say the end of this. And as always, prints will be available, but I'm certainly not going to sell anybody a painting on paper towel. Don't think any self-respecting artist would do that. Or they shouldn't. It'd have to be under glass, and then it still would be a mess. That's what I love about oil paints. I know I've said this before. I just love the way it's open to the air. Water media is beautiful, but you have to put it under glass. That's just not for me. And I think I mentioned that how delicate they are. And a lot of artists consider Winslow Homer's watercolors to be technically the best paintings that have ever been done, because he did incredible things using using the paper for the light areas rather than adding white. He figured out how to do that. So did Sargent. But anyway, they keep it under lock and key, and never take them out hardly. If they do, there's no lights on, because watercolors will fade. And oil paintings too, if you really are not careful, and you put them under tremendous amounts of light, but not that much. It's amazing. I have some paintings that I didn't sell a long time ago when I wasn't really selling paintings, and they just look the same. They're amazing. You can see I'm really, really into the beauty of oil paints. Wow. Maybe a little more red, and then I want to quit, because I kind of like it. I'm not sure where to put the red. Need some red with the yellow. Like I said, I love doing these YouTube fun paintings. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I wanted to do these markings right through here and there, but it's a little hard to get those in. And I think the magic marker is just going to show through. All right, I'm getting to the point where I better quit, because I really like it, and I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. But let's see what happens if I can use some very light blue-green. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was hoping that would sink in but sit on top too. But if I don't watch out, it's going to start getting a sameness all through it, because I'm just overdoing it. All right, I think I'm going to stop there. I might go into it again when it stretches one more time with a little dry brush, not a lot of water, but I might just leave it as it is. Thank you for watching. Be sure to click on the link at the top of the description to see how it turns out, because I think I might add a little more. And then there is a link to my Etsy shop and my website and other sites that have my artwork.